Very good afternoon, dear students. So we have completed and covered almost all the chapters which are there in your grammar book. And now it is time that we move over to the revision test. And this time, like others, we will solve the revision test minutely and one by one questions. At first, exercise 1, it was given that you have to choose whether the given sentence is in active voice or in passive, and then you have to change. If it is in active, you have to write it in passive. If it is in passive, you have to write it in active. That is how it is the instruction. So in the beginning it was written that we were driven home by uncle, which means were driven, means it is a be verb and then past participle of main verb, which is the passive form. And after that I have written it in the active form, which is uncle drove us home. See, the be verb and preposition by were omitted because it was in passive, and now in order to write it active I had to omit these two. In all the cases, in case of continuous, you have to omit being, the continuous form of be verb, and the preposition by. In case of perfect, you have to omit the V3 form of be verb, that is been, BEEN, and at the same time the preposition that is by in general. Here also it is the same. Second one, it was written that Ms. Sharma teaches us music. So there are two objects. Direct object, that is music. You question it with what, question the verb with what, you can find the direct object. Question it with whom, you can find the indirect object. So the direct object is music. I first took it, made it subject, and then I wrote that music is taught. Why is? Because it was written teaches, means the main verb was in present tense, so the be verb will also be written in present. Music is taught to us. Why to us? Because I told you that if the pronoun is in objective form and if you have to write it after the passive verb, then it is mandatory you put to before it. So music is taught to us by Ms. Sharma. Now if we take the indirect object us and make it subject, then we have to write it we are taught music by Ms. Sharma. Then comes 3. It was written that America was discovered by Columbus. Was discovered, passive form, and because it is written was, in the active I have to write the main verb in past too. So I have written there Columbus discovered America. Discovered, why past tense? Because the be verb in the passive was also past. After that it is written that our teacher is scolding us. I have written in a joke, Suman sir, whatever, but you know, I generally don't scold, I only shoot. So we are being scolded by our teacher. The object was us, I made it subject, I wrote there we are being. Why being? Because it was written that our teacher is scolding, so it was written in continuous. So if the active voice is in continuous, then passive voice, the be verb will also be written in continuous. So I have written there we are being scolded by our teacher. Then it was written that the girls will visit a museum next week. So a museum is the object and will visit, it was written in the question. Will visit means it is active because there is no be verb before the main verb, and the main verb is not written in past participle. So here in case of future you have to write only be. So I have written there a museum will be visited by the girls next week. Then comes the 6th one. In the question it was given that the gardener has swept away all the leaves. Has swept away means it is active voice. So in order to change it into passive, I have to add the V3 form of be verb, that is been, and exchange the places of the subject and object. So it is written that all the leaves, which is a subject, it is plural, and you have to write the plural form of have verb, that is have. All the leaves have been swept away by the gardener. Then comes question number 7. An announcement will be made on Monday by the president. It was given in the question that the president will make an announcement on Monday. So the president will make an announcement object. I made it subject, and then I wrote will be made on Monday by the president. 8. This house was destroyed in 1941 by a bomb. It was given in the question that a bomb destroyed this house in 1941. So a bomb destroyed this house. There is no auxiliary in between the subject and verb is not written in past participle, so it is active voice. I took the object, that is this house, and I made it subject, unchanged of course, because it is a noun will not change. So this house was destroyed. Why? Because it was written destroyed, so the main verb was in past and be verb will also be past. So this house was destroyed in 1941 by a bomb. They served the dinner at 8 p.m. It was written that the dinner was served at 8 p.m. by them. So by them, was served. Was served means this is passive voice. So in order to make it active, I took the object, made it subject, that is they served the dinner. Because it was written was served, so I made the main verb past tense, served, and the rest of the thing, the dinner, at 8 p.m. Last one was that I was stung in the arm by a bee. It was written that a bee stung me in the arm. So I was stung in the arm by a bee. Exercise 2 was there, that you have to write down the correct form of verb and check the subject verb agreement there. It is written that you and your sister, which is a plural, then deserve, it was given. The number of women walking in offices has increased because subject is the number, which is singular, verb will also be singular. He and I, plural, it is are, that's why I have written are. The audience is mentioned as a whole, which means it is past form, and singular will be there, was. My walk, we walked hard the whole of the year. It was not written the previous year, so I made the verb present tense, we walk. Neither of them, this should be singular. That's why I have written there has. Neither Sheila nor Vipul, this should also be written in singular. That's why I wrote there is. The house with along with always take the singular first subject. The verb will agree with the first subject, so I made it was. As well as same thing is. Each and every will always followed by singular verb, so I have written there singular verb, that is was. That's how I have corrected the sentences. Thank you very much, students. We will meet again, and please revise all these things, and the moment you feel any doubt, don't hesitate contacting me. Thank you very much. Tata.